Welcome to another video on the One D&D playtest. Today we're going to take a look at the Goliath and what has changed in the Goliath from 5th edition to the One D&D playtest material. This is the first version of the Goliath, and the base stats and abilities haven't changed much. The size and lifespan are still pretty much the same, but they did get an additional 5 feet of movement. So they went from 30 to 35 feet of movement based on their, while still medium size, their larger stature. They got a small boost also to the powerful build ability. Originally, the powerful build allowed you to count as one size larger for determining your carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, and lift. Now it also gives you advantage on saving throws that you make to end the grappled condition. Goliaths have some ancestry tied to giants, and as such, they gain some abilities based on their giant ancestry. The 5th edition version of Goliaths were strictly stone giant variants. However, in the playtest material, we were given a variety from which to choose. The stone giant's stone endurance hasn't changed. However, we have added some new ones for the different ancestries. The cloud giant, as a bonus action, can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see, and all of these abilities can be used proficiency bonus times per day. The fire giant, when you hit a target with an attack roll and deal damage to it, you can also deal 1d10 fire damage to that target. The frost giant variant, when you hit a target with an attack roll and deal damage, you can also deal 1d6 cold damage to the target, a little bit less than the fire giant, but you also reduce its speed by 10 feet. The hill giant variant, when you hit a large or smaller creature with an attack roll and deal damage to it, you can knock the target prone. Then, as stated before, the stone giant variant didn't change. You can reduce your damage as a reaction by 1d12 and plus your constitution modifier. And the storm giant variant, when you take damage from a creature within 60 feet, you can use your reaction to deal 1d8 thunder damage to that creature. And remember, these are all proficiency bonus times per day, so 2 times at first level up to 6 times a day as you get to higher levels. In the previous version, you also had proficiency in athleticism and resistance to cold. That has been replaced with the ability to grow to a large form. Starting at 5th level, you gain the ability to supernaturally grow. As a bonus action, you can change your size to large, provided you're in a big enough space. This transformation lasts for 10 minutes or until you end it with a bonus action. During that duration, you have advantage on strength checks, and your speed increases by 10 feet. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. So basically, once per day, you can spend 10 minutes being large form. It gives you extra movement and an advantage on strength checks. I don't feel like this is a huge bonus. I feel like it should have worked more like the Durger, where they get some extra damage, but I understand that adding that extra damage in would be a pretty big boost, and they felt that that would be too big of an advantage for them. But advantage on strength checks isn't a huge boon in that 10 minutes unless you specifically know that you're going to be making a lot of strength checks, though the extra 10 feet of movement takes the Goliath up to 45 feet of movement, which is a lot of movement. Overall, I think the changes to the Goliath were pretty good. I think that they are probably better than they were before. The ability to choose your giant ancestry and have a little different flavor to your character is nice. And the addition of the large form can have some benefits as well in certain places. So let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on these changes to the Goliath. And until then, keep on hacking the dungeon.